Hello?
Hi, Steve.
Yes?
Hey, Steve, it's Josh. I work with Brandon. We called you last week, and Brandon's actually had taken off just this weekend. He's going up to Minnesota for a week, but we're interested in your house, and I got your voicemail, and we do buy the expensive ones as well.
Okay.
Do you have just a quick minute to talk?
I do. Just if you can just hold on just a moment.
No problem.
Okay.
And Steve, could I get the address from you again? I just walked into the office here, and I'll pull up his notes on this one. Oh, maybe I'm still holding on and didn't realize it. I thought when he said okay, that's what threw me off. See, these are the type of... And that's the same note that would like be in Podio. Is the final note. So that like anybody could look at it.
What's your phone number there?
602 616 6770.
Okay. And you're working with Brandon, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you need to know?
Can I get the address from you again, and I'll pull up his notes on it?
Oh, sure. It's 5528 West Irma Lane in Glendale.
Verma?
Irma, I-R-M-A.
Oh, Irma. I'm sorry.
Irma.
Got it. Okay. Give me just a sec here, Steve. How much do you want for it?
Currently we're asking $489.5. It was formerly $496.
Okay, cool. And you've got it listed on the market? Oh, there it is, right there on the water. Yep. Okay, perfect.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's in Arrowhead Lakes.
Yeah, I remember looking at this one now with Brandon. I think mentioned it to me. Such a cool neighborhood.
It is a nice neighborhood.
And do you live in this house right now, Steve?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know where you're going to be moving to?
No, I'm going to rent something smaller here when I come back in the winters. I'm going to become a snowbird.
Okay.
And so I already have 2 other houses. So 3, I don't really need 3 houses. Especially one this size. So I'm going to unload it.
So do you live, are you a snowbird currently, or are you here full time right now when you're going to be snowbirding?
I'm going to be snowbirding.
Oh, congrats. That's awesome, Steve. You're making me jealous. Okay, and right now you have 3 houses in the valley?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I have 2 houses up north.
2. What other part of the country do you go?
Maine.
Oh, very cool. I've actually never been up there. One of my good buddies is he goes and spends a month a year, and he's actually up there right now, up in upstate New York. But obviously Maine being even farther north, it's got to be beautiful up there.
Yeah, it is. It's very pleasant. Yeah, it's great.
That's awesome. So you have two houses in Maine, but you want to, so you'll be selling the one here in Arizona and then just buy something else not so big and expensive?
Right.
Nice.
Or rent.
Or rent. Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be...
I'm most likely going to rent because I don't want to be a homeowner here because I don't know how much time I'm going to spend here.
Yeah, way more flexibility. You could just rent something nice and take advantage of the amenities and let them deal with everything.
Right.
Stay flexible. Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world to me. I like it. Very cool. Well, Steve, I got to say I'm a little bit jealous of your situation. That's pretty awesome. And this house is pretty cool, though, too. So I'm actually just looking at the pictures of it right now. This reminds me of one we did here a while back ago in Peoria that we had. It was right on the lake. I'm trying to remember what the lake that one was. Arbor. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. So $489. So your timeline's all just kind of whenever you get this one sold, I'd imagine.
Well, I go back and forth anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I'm coming back for sure for a couple months.
So he's been listed for 173 days. He's dropped the price $7,000, and he's on the open market, so he's probably not very motivated. Well, let's find out. Gotcha. So, do you?
I'm not pressured to sell it particularly.
Right.
It hasn't sold, I think, because I have no upgrades in it.
Well, I mean, it's probably just the price, I think, Steve. With that lake and the way the market is in inventory, I can't see any reason looking at this house it wouldn't have sold other than price. I mean, this house is awesome. And I get it. I mean, it could be more upgraded or updated on the inside, but it's a really nice house. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's in a great location. So probably, if anything, and it might just be a tad high and not really even that high, just because realtors are such terrible salespeople that oftentimes, you know, all of a sudden you hit the sweet spot and it goes crazy, and you're like, well, that's nuts. Why didn't, if it was that close, why didn't they just make an offer before? But that's happened to me. I can't tell you how many times.
Well, I think there may be a couple factors. One is there are no granite countertops in the kitchen.
But again, nobody's like wants to buy that house, gives a shit what the countertops are. They're like, oh, they can put in granite countertops for a couple grand.
Of course, it's an opportunity. The house has a brand new roof.
See how this tight end? Nobody gives a shit. Like, I'm pretty old, you know, find out what he's just retail. I know. I'm just.
It may not be quite as good a deal as if you were to buy solar panels and put those on the roof.
Right.
Into that.
Now this is a sweet house. Do you have any flexibility off your 489?
A little.
Like when you say a little, do you mean like, you know, tens of thousands or less, like 10,000 or less, or do you mean like, you know, something substantial?
Maybe I'd go down 10.
Yeah.
But, otherwise, I'll just put it on the market next year. But
I mean, you might, just because it's been on there now 189 days, and my guess is you're probably not that high, maybe slightly, but not much. But at this point at 173, it almost can start to have a stale effect. So if you're not in a hurry, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Once it's off the market for 90 days, that count will restart. So if you took it off like right now and put it back on in, say, 30 days, it'll pick back up at the 173 and still show that, you know, and keep running up. But once it's been off the market for 90 days. What's that?
If I get a word in edgewise?
Sure, you've said about
73. What do you mean 173? What are you talking about?
The days on the market, like the active count.
Yeah, the MLS listing.
Yeah, so I'm just saying if you took it off, once you hit 90 days, that starts back over at zero, and then to the market, in a sense, it's almost like, you know, brand new. Everybody's forgotten by then anyway. Really, they forget pretty quick, but it'll keep track.
Excuse me. Do you have to keep it off 90 days before it goes back to zero?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
It shows two numbers. So like, say you took it off right now and put it on with another realtor tomorrow, it would show current days on the market 1, meaning that listing's got 1 day, but then it would show active days on market 174. And it would do that whether you took it off for, you know, 1 day or 89 days. Once you go to 90, they both go to 0. But really, it's just the higher number that shows. So like anything, if it's pushing to Zillow, like any websites or anywhere even outside of MLS, they still see the total days. You know what I mean?